Welcome back to Mdracket Sports Channel. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 drills to improve pickleball skills. So now, let's get it. We go to our first training drill is the Dinks Only, down the line game to 5 points. Both players will start up at the NVZ line. We are only going to use half of the court, which is true for all of the drills in this series. For all these drills, there's an imaginary boundary line through the kitchen down the center, and beyond that imaginary line, the shot is out. You can and should hit some dinks a bit past the NVZ line to try and force a late contact from your opponent. It's just smart dinking. In this drill, nothing can be hit hard, meaning that you can't attack the ball, even if the ball is high. The primary objective of this game-based drill is to work on your dinks down the line. Both dinks off a bounce and dink volleys. This is a vital pickleball skill, as a down-the-line dink is at times a strategically good option during a point. Once you've completed this game, you'll move on to the next direction with the same rules. Next, we usually do dinks only on the even side going crosscourt, followed by dinks only on the odd side going crosscourt. Next up is dinks with attacks. Unlike in the dinks only drill where there's no clearly defined deep boundary but you are not permitted to hit back into mid-court or beyond, the whole half of the court is in for this drill. You are allowed to attack and hit hard. Basically, anything goes now. Both players will start up at the NVZ line and we start with the down the line direction. Again, we score first to 5 points in each direction. The purpose of this drill is to learn how to finish with an attack once you've set up an attackable shot using your dink. The key thing to focus on in this drill is to always be ready for a drive, because it could come at any time. Your opponent may speed up a low ball that they probably shouldn't because you can hit down on it, but it will come fast, and if you're not ready, you may get burned. A bad speed up by them could still beat you. Also, players are getting better and better at attacking from balls that are not even net high and using topspin to keep it in. If you can master this drill down the line, then the cross-court variations should seem easier to you. Next up is third shot drops. One player starts at the baseline and one player starts at the NVZ line. The player that starts up at the NVZ line must hit everything deep for the entire drill. They cannot hit drop shots or short shots. The back player cannot come up to the net. They must stay back and attempt to win the point from there, even though it will be tough. Because each player has a different role in this drill, you will play it twice in each direction so that each player can have the opportunity to play each role. Remember, you're doing each direction twice, so you will play a game to 5-6 times for this set of drills. The back player is practicing their drops and the up player is practicing closing out the point and keeping everything deep. As pickleball is evolving, you often have to hit multiple drops beyond the third shot drop in order to earn yourself the chance to advance to the NVZ line. You have to win the line, so to speak, and this drill will help you to hone that skill. In a real game you would be advancing to the net following a good drop, but in this drill you will stay back regardless of the quality of your drop. Transition zone, no man's land, drill. In this drill, one player starts at mid-court and one player starts at the NVZ line, and it has different role like third shot drop. So you will play it twice in direction so that each player can have opportunity to play each role, and play a game to 5-6 times for this drill. The transition zone is called no man's land, and you are neither in a good position to hit a shot nor in a good position to defend in this land. The up player is targeting the back player's feet and really trying to hit them in the shoelaces. The back player is working on their defensive skills and trying to drop it into the kitchen and neutralize the point. They must simply continue to dig and grind and get these balls back in play and keep them as unattackable as possible. Remember, it's about developing the skill, not winning the scoreboard. Do your absolute best and don't be discouraged if you often find yourself on the losing end of this drill as the back player. Being able to hit drop volleys and drop half volleys from this area is an important skill to learn and master. It's definitely one of the tougher skills to develop, but it's also really fun when you learn how to hit shots from here, and really frustrating for your opponents when they have you in this position and aren't able to close out the point. Modified skinny singles drill. Next up is the full skinny singles drill. Both players starts at the baseline. This drill also has a different role in. You will play it twice in each direction, so each player can have opportunity to play each role. We will start with the down the line direction, followed by the even side and finally the odd side. And you are doing each direct to in twice, so you will play a game to 5.6 times for this drill. This drill integrates the third shot and transition zone drills with the dinks plus attacks. The up player always feeds the ball to start the point, and they feed it as deep as possible. Their goal is to capitalize on their advantage and do their best to keep back player back at the baseline and close out the point before the player is able to transition to net. The goal of the back player is to successfully defend, neutralize the point and eventually build an attack to finish the point once they have advanced to the net. The back player is at a disadvantage to start, but they now have a more reasonable chance at winning the point since they are allowed to come in and neutralize the up player's court positioning advantage and build up to the chance to attack. This drill simulates what a serving team must do once a returning team has captured the net. And finally is full skinny singles drill. Both players starts at the baseline. In this drill, we add in serves and returns and apply the full set of skills we've just drilled. We will play first to 5 points, but only the server can score. For this reason, we only need to play a game to 5 once in each direction, since BTH players will get to play each role within a game. As usual, we will start with the down the line direction, followed by the even side and finally the odd side. Skinny singles is the closest we can get to simulating doubles play using 2 people. It's an excellent way and the best way we've come across to combine all the skills needed in doubles. With this drill, you'll really get a good sense of what areas still need more work based on where a point breaks down for you. If you rarely make it up to net, your defensive and neutralizing skills need more work, and you should revisit the drop drill and transition zone drill frequently. If you often get up to the net comfortably but are out-dinked when you get up there, so your dinks and attacks from the NVZ line need work, and you should spend extra time on the Dinks Only and Dinks Plus attacks drills. If you find you're quite solid from all locations and with all the skills, then that's fantastic. You are probably a 5.0 player. However, do not stop drilling, because the best way to keep a skill once you drill with high frequency. We hope that you have found this video helpful and that it makes its way into your regular pickleball routine.
Go to mdracketsports.com.